Hey YouTube, what is going on? This is ITalkFortnite here, and in today's podcast, we have a brand new podcast. So, welcome everyone to the ITalkFortnite podcast, episode number 29. I hope you guys are doing wonderful today. It is a beautiful Sunday morning, May 24th, 2020. I hope you guys are doing well today. I know with everything going on with the pandemic right now, things are a little bit iffy at the moment, so I hope everyone is staying safe and just keeping their spirits up high, because you can't just stop everything you're doing. You got to keep moving forward, as I like to say. So if you're new to the channel and you like what I put out, make sure you subscribe, because I do post content daily, whether it is a daily item shop video or it's a commentary. I try to keep consistent with my content. We do these podcasts every Sunday, so hopefully you guys enjoy the podcasts. Seems like you guys have been, and I am very grateful for that, because this is one of my favorite things to record, if you can believe it or not. Leaving a like on the video always helps out. You do not have to like the video, but if you do actually enjoy the content, leaving a like always helps out everyone's content. Whatever you want to like, it's greatly appreciated if you do leave a like on the video. Commenting down below. If you would like to leave me a question for the next podcast, please let me know down in the comments. I usually filter them by the newest, first, and highly rated comments. So there you go. Support a creator. If you would like to use me for support a creator in the Fortnite item shop or in the Epic Game Store, using code ITalkFortnite, no spaces, greatly helps me out. So thank you guys so much for keeping the dream alive. I really do appreciate you guys. Follow me on Twitter at ITalkFortnite. Join the Discord. Follow me on Instagram. I can talk Fortnite. I am trying to get the podcast on Spotify. I'm still working on it, so please be patient. Most likely next week, I will probably get everything sorted out. I tried doing it on my own and it did not really work out, so I gotta consult some people about it. So hopefully I can get that fixed up. But anyway, let us begin the podcast. Number 29. We've done 29 of these things. I'm very surprised we've kept it up for this long. But anyway, we're going to talk about a few things today. Number one, first thing we're going to talk about is that we're having an event this Saturday. It is going to happen. I mean, we have a timer counting down in the main play screen on Fortnite Battle Royale. The timer looks like a clickbait timer. I'm sorry, but this looks like something that someone with a clickbait live stream would use. So it doesn't look real, but it's real. So that's pretty cool. We're having an event this Saturday. I believe it's at 2:05 or 2 o'clock Eastern PM, or 6 hours before the item shop reset, if you need to know that for your own time. I'm pretty excited for it. I don't know what could happen. I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of flooding occurring. I don't necessarily know. But I believe with this event as well, the season is ending in about 11 days. So, yeah, I mean, are you guys excited for the next season? Because right now, I'm a little scared, because I just got to level 300 today. I'm trying to get gold Peely, and I doubt I'm going to get the full 350 before the season ends, unless they sell us XP in the item shop and you can buy as much as you want. I don't think they're going to do that second thing, but it was leaked that you are going to be able to buy experience sometime in the near future, but they could have just scrapped it. So I don't really know about that. I hope they do it, and it's such a shame that I'm hoping for them to sell it, because I don't think this should have happened. Getting to level 350 this season was unnecessary. It was a huge grind that did not have to be such a grind. There was that, what was that motto they had for last season? It was like, more fun, less grind. Yeah, that season, sure. This season, absolutely not. It is all grind this season. And I bought tiers. I bought 100 tiers, and I'm only level 300 now. That's ridiculous. I'm very annoyed with how slow the experience has been this season, and I don't know what they could do about it. Selling XP to us is not the best course of action, because you shouldn't force. The one thing that people don't like is when the game is kind of like, hey, buy this, it's going to help you progress, buy this. I played a game called I think it was Dragon Quest. I don't remember what the game was called. It was you know what, actually I can look it up on my phone. I played this one mobile game for a little bit. I played a game called Dragon Veil for like a few years, and I love that game. That game is great. And then I lost my island, and then whatever happened. Dragon City. I played Dragon City, and that game was really like, yeah, you can play this game for free, but we're highly making it obvious that, like, yeah, you need to actually spend real money to actually progress in the game faster. The other game, Dragon Veil, was all time-based. When you wanted to, like, take out a tree or a rock, it was just time-based, and if you wanted to speed it up, you had to use, like, real money. But because if you play the game that way, if you play the game normally and just let time just go by, then you don't have to spend a dime on that game, and then you'll eventually get a lot of money and a lot of gems and stuff like that. In the end, it's usually worth it to just not spend money in Dragon Vale, but Dragon Quest, it was like, you really need to spend money in that game if you even want a chance to even have fun with the game, and I'm like, I'm out. I'm out. I immediately quit the game. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I think I played it for like 2 weeks, but that's the thing that Fortnite has done very well, is not really kind of push their monetary items on people. Now, we're going to talk about something very soon because it kind of relates to this. One of the best ways to get XP, there's two good ways to get XP this season. There's two. The first way is to play Team Rumble and loot up at a location and then just leaving. But one thing I've been doing with Team Rumble is I've been finishing the matches. If you get more than 10 kills, you get more XP. If you win, you get more XP, I believe. There's a few things you could do in Team Rumble to get more XP, but if you want to be super efficient, I think the best way to do it is to play Team Rumble, loot a location, and then just leave, and then go again, and keep doing that. You don't even get to get in any engagements. I think that's super boring, and I don't know how anyone I don't know how anyone could do it. I really don't know. There's that one guy that can do it. I don't know how he even has fun with the game doing that. I would never do that. I've been finishing up my Team Rumble matches, but the second thing you could do is you could do bot lobbies, and I've been doing them recently. If you guys don't know, a bot lobby is basically where you make a brand new account, you invite that account on your main, you make the bot account the host, you start up a squads don't fill, you both play. As soon as the loading screen happens on the phone, you immediately close the application, and then you're placed in a bot lobby. Nothing but bots. You still get experience, you still get medals, you still get challenges done. And I don't feel good doing it. I'm not going to lie. I feel like, to me, I don't think you're breaking any rules if you're doing bot lobbies. There's discussion about it. Oh, you're breaking the game by doing that. You're really not. You're really not. The one thing that was always brought up was the whole smurfing thing. You're using another account for your own gain. The thing with that is that in the rules, it basically says if you can't ruin other players' fun. You're not really causing any harm by playing in bot lobbies by yourself. You're not ruining anyone's fun doing that. If you're playing an arena with a Smurf account, then you're ruining fun for people. That's just flat out unfair for newer players that way. But for you to be just placed in bot lobbies, I really don't think that's a big issue. So I've been doing that for the past few hours now. I don't feel good doing it, but at this point, I don't care. I'm trying to get to 350. I think it's theoretically impossible unless they sell experience in the item shop. Again, I don't know how they're going to handle that. It's not going to be levels. It's going to be raw experience. I hope the experience is high and the money you pay for it is low, and I hope you can buy multiples of it, even though it is kind of a shoddy business practice for them to do that. I'm desperate at this point. I don't want to miss out, and that's where the FOMO or FOMA comes in. If you guys do not know what that is, you've all experienced it before, but maybe you didn't know what it actually meant. FOMO or FOMA. The correct term for me is FOMO, but I've been calling it FOMA for a while. But FOMO is the fear of missing out. You're missing out on something you could have gotten and you'll probably never get it again. It's this built-in anxiety that's used for a lot of different games. Actually, the correct definition is just it's an anxiety that is an exciting or interesting event may currently be happening elsewhere, often aroused by posts seen on a social media website. That's one example, but the other example is if I go to my locker right here as I'm just looking it up here. Omega Lights. This is the biggest FOMO sort of thing I think I've ever seen. The fact that so many people did not get Omega Lights and they still want them to come back to this day, it is discouraging to go to your locker if you have Omega and you don't have the lights, and to see that big padlock on the 5th stage of Omega. That kind of annoys people. I don't blame them. I don't blame them for being annoyed that they can't get the Omega Lights anymore, and the fact that they missed out on it, it's a shame. So there's going to be a ton of people missing out on the Golden Peely, not even just 350. I'm talking 300 as well. I think a lot of people are going to miss out on it. I think the way you were supposed to get Golden Peely is to play nothing but this game for minimum 5 hours a day and to have bought all the tiers. And I think that's ridiculous. I don't think it's that serious. I think it was maybe 5 hours a day. Even if you didn't buy tiers, you'd probably get to 300. But I'm just saying, it's bad. It's really not great that we have this sort of thing going on with the game where we're at a standstill. No grind, more fun, but this season was nothing but. And I'm not even there yet. I'm not even at 350. And I'm worried I'm going to miss out on getting the full Golden Peely. I don't know if you're going to be able to level it past this season, but something's telling me you're not going to be able to do that. Now, I've heard conflicting reports that the corrupted 8-ball skin, if you didn't fully corrupt the 8-ball skin last season, you could still level it up this season, which I don't have full concrete evidence on that. I saw one person post about it, and then it was filled with replies saying, well, mine didn't. So I don't really know how to feel about that, but it's an interesting case. I hope that if you get to at least 300, that you can just keep leveling up the Golden Peely. I doubt it. Again, who is really going to run Golden Peely? I don't think many. I mean, if you have it, you might as well flex it because it is so hard to get for a majority of players. Again, I said this in my video, 99.9% of people, I guarantee you, are not going to even get to level 300 this season. And that's a huge shame because, again, as I said, the whole fact of this chapter, I thought was going to be more fun, less grind, but that's clearly not this season at all. It is just not. So that's kind of a shame, but do I think that bot lobbies are cheap, or do I think they're a bad thing? Not really. I really don't. This is desperate times call for desperate measures here. I don't even know if this is the best way to level up compared to just looting in Team Rumble and then leaving. I don't even want to do that because that is so unfun. And the only thing I could see being an issue with doing bot lobbies is getting free wins in squads, essentially. And I can understand that being bad, and I can understand that being annoying, but I'm just desperate at this point. I might just go back to Team Rumble looting. I don't know. That is just so unfun. Again, a grind. That's what it is it's a grind. So I might just keep doing the bot lobbies, but I don't feel good. I don't feel good about it. I'm just trying to get as much experience as I possibly can, but I really want to know, do you think that bot lobbies are a problem? Do you think that they're cheap? I really want to know what you guys think about it. So, yeah, Gold Peely, it's going to be the new Omega Lights. It's harder to get than Omega Lights, in my opinion. Omega Lights weren't that hard. The reason why they were tough was because it was during a time when everyone was out living their lives like normal human beings like to do, and they just didn't devote their time playing Fortnite all day, every day. So, yeah, it's annoying. I don't know what they're going to do. If they even put XP in the item shop, it's already going to cause controversy. Even if they do put it in the item shop, it's... I don't know. It's got to happen soon. They've sold Battle Pass tiers to us, I think, probably since Season 2. Maybe 3. I don't know. Season 2 or Season 3. They sold cheaper bundle tiers in the item shop. What's stopping them from selling XP this season? I don't really know. We will have to wait and see how much XP you get, how much it is, and how often can you buy it. Because if you could buy a lot of experience for not that much money, I think it would be a good and fair business practice. I don't know how much they should do. The way I think of it, and I don't even remember what the exact number is. I'm going to look this up right now on the spot. If we do Battle Pass tiers item shop, right? You got 10 tiers, right? But I'm trying to see how much was the 10 tiers. I think it was like 800 maybe? No, it was 600. Well, okay. It's probably different, but the last time they ever sold Battle Pass tiers, I believe, was 600 V-Bucks for 10 levels. So if we think about it this way, if I go to my Battle Pass screen here, it says I need 40k XP to 301 because the daily punch card helps out a lot. Besides that, right, if we get XP, it's not going to be a flat 10 levels. The levels scale by your levels. So sorry about my microphone stand being that way. The way I think of this is that you're going to it's going to have to scale. Or no, it's not going to scale. If it's supposed to be like 10 levels worth of XP, that's going to scale depending on your level. And if that's the case, I guess that would be good. I mean, I don't really know. I don't know how they could do it, but I hope it's just done the best way they can. Fortnite is rarely ever known for being underhanded with everything, you know what I mean? Like it's a very positive business practice. I'm sorry, even if you don't like the cosmetics, even if you don't like this and that about the game, you gotta admit it's one of the best business models ever. And I'm very happy that they've been keeping the battle pass relatively cheap. Yes, they lowered the amount of items you get in the battle pass, but I said this to my mods on Twitter, I feel like most of the stuff they got rid of were filler anyway. So I'm not really disappointed with the skins we get and everything with the battle pass. The battle pass is still very consumer friendly. I think everything with this season is family friendly is consumer friendly. I was trying to say. I think they've been doing a fantastic job on that, and I want to see them keep doing that. I mean, listen. Ninja is only 1,500 V-Bucks. You think they would sell them for 2,000? I'm just saying. Which we could talk about item shop stuff a little bit. Ninja, again, I don't know if Ninja is ever coming back. It seems like after this shop we get tonight, it's going to be gone the next day. They said it's going to be over the weekend. So this shop technically will be the Monday shop when it resets, because that's when the shop's going to be available the longest, is on Monday. I don't know. Is Ninja going to be gone forever? Fortnite hasn't said anything about it. And like I said, Tyler and Jess said that it was going to. I'm not really inclined to believe them. I'm more inclined to believe Fortnite with this because they're the ones that control the item shop. If they don't come back, that would be bad because the amount of people I see running Ninja, like I'm seeing a ton of people run it. Before I started doing the bot lobbies, I've been seeing a ton of people running the Ninja skin. And I think that's a good thing because Ninja is actually a good skin. The fact that we have Ninja in the game is a great thing. So I'm very happy about that. But I don't know why they would get rid of it. It's such a good sell. Like I wouldn't do it. But if they don't do it and they bring it back again, then Tyler and Jess flat out lied. And that's pretty bad, especially during these times when not everyone has money to just blow on anything. I really don't think that's a smart thing to really say. Whatever, to be like, oh yeah, it's actually gone after this. I doubt it. Unless Fortnite actually says it, I doubt it. No, again, I don't want to be like, oh, I don't believe them. It's more on just like, why would they? With such a good item set, why would they actually do that? I don't know. But anyway, as I'm looking down on my notepad here, so yeah, our bot lobby is cheap. I think they're a little bit, but people are desperate for this at this point. People are going to find things to just try to get as much XP as they can. Gold Peely, yeah. I mean, is anyone really going to run it? I doubt it. Unless you got 350, maybe then. But that's like a flex for a really bulky skin too. It's weird. It's weird. So I wanted to talk about Recon Expert because we talked about that when we got the update. There was a lot of talk about it. I talked a lot about it. Some people even saying you're talking a little too much about it. Me personally, I think this whole Recon Expert thing is a big deal. When I started collecting skins, which that's going to be another subject. When I started collecting skins, I had this mindset of like, okay, I'm going to collect everything in the item shop. That was a little bit ago when I said that. Like, I think it was like maybe over a year ago at this point. I wasn't buying every single thing in the item shop until I think like March of 2019. And that's where I started collecting everything that I could. And I always knew about the Recon Expert skin being the one that was always the rarest in general. And that skin never coming out. And my mindset was just, it's never going to come out. You're never going to have a complete collection of all the item shop stuff. So it's just the thing to get hyped up about. It could come out at any time. You just never know. And then when we got the leak that the hat off edit style was a thing, my immediate reaction was, oh, well, then it has to come back. And I still hold that, by the way. I still think, I'm just going to get a little bit more comfy here. I definitely do think that Recon Expert will still be coming back. It didn't come back yet, but I guarantee you that the Recon Expert skin will be back I'm hoping before this season ends, the main argument I've been seeing on Twitter about it is like, well, Renegade Raider got the same thing. No, she did not. Renegade Raider got a brand new icon for her new edit style, which was like the checkered one from Save the World. Recon Expert got a featured pose, which I think I can show it on the video version of this podcast. I think if I can find it, I could just drag it on here. I think it's this right here. Yep, right here. Okay. So if you're listening to this somewhere, I'm sorry you're not going to be able to see this, but this is the reason why Recon Expert is coming back. It's this. Fortnite would never make this graphic if they weren't going to put Recon Expert in the item shop. It would work perfectly for the featured section. It's obviously going to come back. When is it going to come back? I don't know. But this confirms to me Recon Expert will come back. I was watching some older videos because I was requested to watch some of my old investigating Fortnite clickbait videos, and I kind of crapped on people for them saying, oh, this is confirmed coming back, whether it was like Power Quarter Skull or Ghoul Trooper, but they never had evidence to back it up. They just said, oh yeah, it's coming out, or oh, Wildcard is going to be a free reward, even though that was definitely not real. There was a lot of misleading information back then. There's still misleading information now, to be honest with you, but I was watching back on those videos and I'm like, I almost kind of felt bad I made that video about Recon Expert when I said it's definitely coming back. I still firmly believe I would never lie to my audience with this. I would never say something is coming back and then it just doesn't come back. My gut, my mind tells me that Recon Expert will be coming back. Again, why is this such a big deal? It is a big deal. Recon Expert was basically fabled to be the skin to just never come back because it's already been too long for Recon Expert to make her return. So why would they bring her back out now? At this point, you might as well just keep her not back in the item shop because it brings hype to the game when you have things that are rare. With this instance, oh yeah, that's another thing. They also, I didn't even mention this. I didn't even see this actually. They changed the Recon Expert icon picture as well. I didn't know that. Huh. Here it is right here if you're looking at it on screen. That is actually now her picture that you see in the locker. It looks clean, man. It's so weird that Recon Expert got, like, I only saw the hat off edit style picture, which is her without her hat on. That is a clean looking PNG, if I do say so myself. It looks nice. It's weird to see a season 1 skin getting a complete makeover like that. Not gonna lie, I'm excited. I'm excited about it coming back because again, it felt like it was so far out of reach, and I still think it is kind of far out of reach for the skin to actually ever come back. Because again, how long? 925 days ago since it was last out in the item shop. That was back in 2017. That seems impossible for it to come back. Now, there's good and bad reasons why. There's good and bad things that will happen when Recon Expert comes back. Good thing is that everyone can get Recon Expert, and there's not going to be any more Recon Expert clickbait. Thank God. But that doesn't even matter because people will just buy Aerial Assault Trooper or Renegade Raider accounts and then just make content off of that. It's going to be dumb. Which means that will make those skins more rare. I know people, who cares about rarity? People actually care about it. I like talking about it. I think it's a fun conversation to have, but my life does not depend on rare skins in the game. But it is my job to kind of talk about skins and stuff. So, I mean, what do you want? At this point, what do you actually want from me at this point? So, it will make everything else more rare. If I had to, like, I'll make a video about this when Recon Expert eventually does come back. What is going to be the next rare skin after that? And I think the thing that's going to be kind of boring is that I think the next rarest skin after Recon Expert is actually the Pink Ghoul, because there's a lot of different factors with that. I still think Pink Ghoul is rarer than Purple Skull because Ghoul Trooper was a lot less popular back in Season 1, as well as it was more expensive than Skull. Because Myth popularized Skull Trooper, no one popularized Ghoul until like 2018, 2019. That's when that skin got popular. So, yeah, to me, I think Pink Ghoul would be second rarest. Because also, to get Pink Ghoul, you had to be an OG owner of it. by buying the skin within the first 13 days of its release. And when Item Shop first released, you had Skull and Ghoul for 10 days, and then they came back for 3 days, and then they were gone until Skull came back in 2018 and Ghoul came back in 2019. So it's pretty interesting for me to think about it that way, because a lot of people like to think that Aerial Assault Trooper or Renegade Raider is rarer than those two. And in terms of what I physically see, I kind of believe that. But if I look at it from a day standpoint, a price standpoint, I still firmly believe that Pink Ghoul would be the rarest skin. And that's why it's boring, because if Pink Ghoul becomes the rarest skin after Recon Expert, that is probably never going to come back. A Pink Ghoul edit style for everyone, I'm sorry, I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't think they're ever going to release that. So something tells me that it's just going to end that way. People like to think of like what the rarest skin in the game is, and maybe there's a day they can get it. It won't be rarer anymore, but it was rare at one point. It has history. It had value to it. Pink Ghoul, if it's Pink Ghoul, that's not coming back, and that would be kind of boring. And also Renegade Raider and Aerial Assault, I don't think those two skins are coming back either, even though I would love to have those in my collection. I highly doubt we will see those skins back. So, in my personal opinion, it's going to be Pink Ghoul as the rarest, and then Purple Skull, even though, again, I do see those. I do say them. But in terms of being available for 13 days, compared to Aerial Assault and Renegade Raider being available for 2.5 months and being cheaper than Ghoul, it's no question. I feel like more people own Renegade or Aerial Assault than they do. I mean, I don't know, because Aerial Assault Trooper is such a weird skin. That's why I really want to just talk about this in a separate video. But Aerial Assault Trooper back then was flat out a default skin with some orange, a mark on his scarf, and a helmet. For 1,200 V-Bucks, it was such a... I guarantee you, I guarantee you a lot of people were pissed off back then. They're like, you're telling me you're going to sell us a skin that we can already run already for free, but with a helmet on and a little bit of a different color change for $1,200 or $12? That's kind of dumb, in my personal opinion. That's why everyone went with Renegade Raider, because it looks so drastically different compared to all the defaults back then, as well as all the other skins. So, Aerial Assault Trooper, I almost want to say might be the rarest skin, but I don't have numbers. I don't have actual proof of anything. I'm going off, again, by dates and pricing, and that's literally it. So, that's why I find this, this is why I find this as an interesting conversation to have with people. Does it really matter? No. But do I find fun conversations with it? Yes. I think it's fun to talk about it. I grew up playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. I knew what Rarity was back then. I was really a big fan of, like, the holographic Charizard. I think one of my favorite Pokemon cards of all time was, like, Blaine's Charizard, because the holographic for that looks sick. I grew up around rare trading cards. That's just kind of how it is. So that's why I kind of fell in love with the Fortnite item shop rarity, because it was always random luck of the draw. You'll never know what you're going to see come back. And it's always cool to see when things do and don't come back, because Fortnite has like this pattern where they'll bring back something from a long time ago. And if it just does not meet their quota, if it does not sell well at all, they just won't bring it back again for a while. It's very interesting. And during this section, while we're talking about this, I want to go over everything I don't have. This is an updated list of literally everything I do not have in terms of everything. So, Hackavat. Do not have that skin. That came back. Actually, wait, I think I have a list of all the dates as well. I do, but I closed out of it. Oh, wait, here it is. Hackavat was last seen December 15th of 2018. It's unfortunate. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Still not the biggest fan of it. But yeah, it hasn't been back for almost a year and a half now. So that's kind of a bummer. I do need these skins to come back. I think one of the main things I really don't like is I get scared to kind of talk about what I want to see back in the item shop, because I don't want people to think like, oh, you only want this back because you don't have it. I don't have that mindset at all. I would love for all these to come back, but there's so many other things in the item shop, like Instinct and Reflex and other skins like that, that Venturian, Ventura, the Rebel skin, Rebel Riot, Revolt, Kit Bash. There's so many skins in the game that just flat out haven't come back that I already own, and I would love to see them actually make a return in the item shop. So I don't think of this as like, oh, this is all I need and that's all I care about. No, I like to keep track on all these and I like to talk about them. I eventually probably want to make like an Excel sheet of how long everything was last out, like trying to make that as accurate as I could. I don't know. I'd have to figure out how to do that because there was once upon a time, there was an Excel sheet that automatically updated. It was really cool, actually. Every time a day went by when a skin didn't come back, it automatically updated saying, okay, that skin wasn't seen today, so it's an extra day. I think that'd be cool to like set something up like that again. Brilliant Striker, do not have that. Last seen December 19th of 2018. Yep. Diecast, last seen November 20th of 2018. The male Chromium skin. Don't know why they won't bring this one back. Hyperion, last seen January 30th of 2019. So sorry about that noise. Let's see what that was. That was Fortnite Creative just tweeting out about their featured island. Again, if you do not know what that sound is, that is actually TweetDeck, which is a program I use for Twitter. Yeah, every time you hear that noise, it's when Fortnite tweets. So every time you hear that in the item shop, Fortnite tweets out the thing they care about the most in the item shop on Twitter. In this case, like last shop, it was fish stick outfit coming back. They do it right when the shop resets, so that's why that happens. So that's pretty funny. Anyway, so Hyperion, they'll bring back Dazzle a lot, but Hyperion, nowhere to be seen. January 30th of 2019. Radiant Striker has not been seen since January 11th of 2019. And Recon Expert was last seen November 12th of 2017. And again, Renegade Raider, Aerial Soul Trooper, those were last out season shop. Never planning on getting those because I don't think they'll ever resell those. But at the same time, I don't know if I want them to do that because I think it'd be kind of a shame if we lose more history that way. Like, again, this is why the conversations, again, are so interesting. Is like, I want to have a complete collection. But if that's going to sacrifice history and that's going to, like, make people not care about the items anymore because once they come back, they kind of lose all that hype and all that hope, then I don't really want them to come back. You know what I mean? It's an interesting thing. Again, when Recon Expert comes back, we'll make a full video talking about that if you really care about it. Then for the gliders, they don't sell gliders and they don't sell harvesting tools that much. They really don't. They always keep bringing back the same 30-day-old stuff. Gliders and harvesting tools are so they never come back. All right. So for gliders, I don't have Royal Dragon. I've been wanting Royal Dragon for a while now. They will not bring that back with Wukong. I don't know why. Cloud Strike. I think that's the first animated glider, and it's so outdated, but I would love to just have that. Nautilus. I actually refunded Nautilus. It's the Deep Sea Destroyer and Dominator glider. It kind of sucks, but I refunded it, and I kind of need it back now. Shadow Puppet. I do not have the Shadow Puppet. This is with Hackavat. Maybe when Hackavat comes back, maybe the whole set will come back too. We can only hope. Visery Mark 1 glider. I want this glider actually really bad. This is the glider for the detective skins. It's actually kind of cool. I think it was ahead of its time, in my opinion. It's a nice one. Crop Duster was only out once, never seen again. I think that came out season 10, maybe. It's that tractor with like the lights. It's dumb. It's overpriced, but whatever. Maybe not overpriced, but it's very underwhelming. Disruptor glider, don't have that. Flappy, that I believe is the PlayStation exclusive one. I don't have that because I don't have the controller pickaxe either, and I don't have that artifact contrail. It kind of sucks to not have that in my collection, but whatever. So long as I have all the skins, I don't really care too much. Flutterbug, not a fan of it. Fuel, which goes with beast mode, nope. Gumdrop, nope. Half shell, nope. Both overpriced to this day, but that's probably why they won't bring it back. It's because they are overpriced. Libre from Dynamo and Mass Fury, don't have it. Starry Flight, I forgot what Starry Flight was. Starry Flight, actually, I don't remember what that one was. I think that's like an OG glider. Starry Flight. It's for Rapscallion and Scoundrel. Not even a fan of that one, but I don't have it. And again, would be great to have it in the collection. Where are we at? Okay. Tie-dye flyer. That's with the hippie skins. Don't have it. Hasn't been brought back. For Man still hasn't been brought back in a while either. I wouldn't mind him coming back. Voyager glider. 800 for that was a ripoff in my opinion. Zephyr, don't have it. 800 for that was a ripoff again. Aerial Assault 1. Obviously not going to get that. Blaze with the Backbone and Chopper skins. Don't have it. Checker glider. I don't know why Checker glider hasn't come back because that's with Whiplash. They bring back Whiplash. Just bring back the whole set. I'm just saying. Fighter Kite. Actually really cool looking glider. I wish I got it, but I don't have it. Hot Rod, which is a Save the World looking one. Don't have that. Hyper. Don't have that. That's with Dazzle and Hyperion. Mainframe. That's with Cypher and the other skin. Circuit Breaker hasn't come back. Mako, not going to get that. Meltdown gliders with the toxic skins. I don't know why this hasn't been brought back because they bring back the toxic skins sometimes. Raptor glider. I believe this is the rarest glider in the game. The rarest item shop glider. Not counting Mako because that wasn't even supposed to be in the item shop. Raptor hasn't been seen, I think, in almost like 600 days. If I look this up right now, Raptor. 663. So if you have this, I would flex it. It's really clean and it hasn't been back in a while, so you might as well flex it before it comes back if it ever does. Rhinestone Rider. This is with Fortune and the male Fortune. I don't like ever saying that guy's name. It just sounds weird if you say it too fast. Road Trip. It's that picnic looking one. Snow Squall, Arctic Assassin, and it was that. Oh no, I forget. You know what? Honestly, as I play other games, I tend to forget other skin names. Absolute Zero, that's it. I really hate that I'm starting to forget the names of all the skins. I feel like I'm just getting too many now, and I'm just starting to lose track of them all. I think one day I'm going to just sit down and try to memorize them all. I know it's like, who cares, really, but it's my job. I feel like I should kind of care. Solid Strider. This is with diecast and chromium. Stealth, just a generic glider. Storm Sigil, that's this. Okay, Storm Sigil, this one is another one I've been questioning why it hasn't come back. It's literally with Highland Warrior and Battlehound. They've been bringing that back and they've featured a lot, but the pickaxe, they bring back a lot too. I think it's called the Louch. They won't bring back the glider. I don't understand. I feel like they forget. I honestly think they forget that they have things in the vault. Triumph glider, Ventura and Venturion. It's hideous looking. I'm okay with not having it, but again, for the collection, would like to have it. And then finally, the Wasp glider. Don't have that either. It's a very good glider, in my opinion. There's a lot more combo potential with that now than it was back in whenever that came out, season 1 or 2. So that's all the gliders I don't have. Then we go to the pickaxes. Controller, don't have it. Raider's Revenge, don't have it. Raider's Revenge is such a badass pickaxe. It is so good. If you have it, I recommend running it. It's got like it's got almost kind of a squeaky, annoying sound to it, but it's a clean pickaxe. If you don't have Raider's Revenge and you want Raider's Revenge, I'd recommend wearing the grill count harvesting tool, which is that giant spatula with the barbed wire around it. It sounds like it, but it doesn't have that annoying squeak to it. So there you go. If you want to feel like an OG, boom. Airfoil, that's with Ventura and Venturion. Autocleave is with the toxic skins. Cutting Edge, that's with Cypher and Circuit Breaker. Director's Cut is with Moisty Merman, but they won't bring it back, even though they're bringing back Moisty Merman, so what are they doing? Flatliners with the medic skins, they haven't brought those back in a while. The male one, Triad's Trooper, has not been back in a while, but they bring back the female one every so often. Magnifying Axes with the detective skins. Again, I wish they would bring that back. Persuader, I believe Persuader is with chromium and diecast. It's a kind of a garbage pickaxe, not gonna lie. Pile Driver is the rarest item shop pickaxe at the moment. Pile Driver is the one for Mass Fury and Dynamo. It's got a nice cushion sound to it. Rescue Paddle is with Logan Paul. It's actually not that bad of a pickaxe. 800 for it is a little steep though. Spiky is probably one of the most universal and overall praised pickaxes in the game. Very original, season 1. And it's definitely worth running now because the pickaxe we have as the default one doesn't look like the same thing. I'll actually talk about that too. I didn't even have that written down on my notes, but I'm going to write that down right now after I'm done talking about this. Talk about like how the skins and items from chapter 1 actually have more value in chapter 2, not in terms of like pricing, but in terms of like actually wanting to buy it and actually uniqueness to the game. But if we look at the spiky pickaxe, I'm really curious to know when this was last out, because I feel like this was last out almost 600 days ago as well. 582. I was very close. It is a devastating looking pickaxe. 800 for it in chapter 1 was a complete ripoff, but in chapter 2, it's actually pretty nice. So just saying, throttle is with the biker skins, and then toothpick. Never liked toothpick. That's how I feel about it. So yeah, that's everything I'm missing. But now what I want to talk about here is there's a lot of items from chapter 1 that were deemed to be overpriced and unnecessary, but now in chapter 2 are actually really good to have. So if I go to my locker and we do chapter 1 season 1, I could see all the skins. Some of them are from season 2, but they were put in the files in season 1. Okay, so you have skins like Trooper, Tracker, Scout, Renegade, not Renegade Raider, the regular Renegade, Ranger, Pathfinder, Commando, Assault Trooper, Survival Specialist. It's in the item shop right now. Munitions Expert, Recon Scout, Infiltrator, Recon Specialist, Special Forces, First Strike Specialist, and even ones like Desperado, Despacito, Brawler as well. These outfits are actually unique now. Back in chapter 1, season 1, I thought the default reskins were a complete waste. Scout, Renegade, Ranger, Pathfinder, Tracker. Why on earth would people wear these skins when you could just wear default and get the same effect, but with just a different color? I thought back then they were not worth it. I have a video from a long time ago. I'm probably going to private it because it's outdated. The skins that I don't like that everyone else likes, and I put Assault Trooper and I put Commando in there, and I see it now. In chapter 2, season 1, you should get these. If you missed the old default skins, these are so much better now because the defaults look different now. These actually look like different outfits. They don't feel like carbon copies of the defaults now. So I feel like they gained a lot of value for should you or should you not buy these skins anymore. They have a lot more value. So when Ranger comes back, if you want to look like Jonesy again and not wear what Cabby was wearing, because that's kind of a iffy outfit. I think, isn't Cabby in the shop right now? Or was that was yesterday, wasn't it? That was yesterday. Oh yeah, someone was saying, I think it was someone in my Discord was saying, because Tactics Officer is in the shop right now, that's a hint that Recon Expert's coming back soon. Guys, I don't know. I want that skin back so bad, especially because I made claims that it is coming back, and I still think that. I'm still a little nervous because I did put out my opinion saying, yes, I do firmly believe it will be coming back, but what if it doesn't? It definitely should, but yeah, I just want it to come back as soon as it can. But if everything what I was talking about with like the default pickaxes, now if you I was talking about the skins. Now if I go to chapter 1, season 1 in my pickaxes, you have ones like Lucky, Cliffhanger. Actually Cliffhanger had the opposite effect. I'll get to that. Even ones like Batsicle, that one hasn't really lost value. The Lucky pickaxe I thought was the worst back then, because the Lucky pickaxe is literally the default pickaxe with some smiley faces on it on the or just a smiley face on the top. Because the default pickaxe changed this season, it is now totally worth getting the Lucky pickaxe over. And plus it gives you that like, oh, maybe you'll be lucky this game. Actually, that would look really good with the Rainbow Clover back bling. I might have to try that as a combo. That would actually be kind of cool. But Cliffhanger, this is so funny. Cliffhanger got actually the opposite effect. Cliffhanger now looks too much like this. Looks too much like the chapter 2 season 1 or chapter 2 pickaxe. It looks too much. It looks too similar. Now the only difference with it is that it had here. Actually, I can favorite this, and then I will go to the default pickaxe, and I'll just like point out the differences here. It doesn't look exactly the same at all, but it just has that feel to it. It really does. Like the top is definitely different compared to the other one, but like it just has like that different. Maybe it doesn't look as similar, but it kind of does. You know why? It's because on the top of the default pickaxe, there's like a big like rectangular hole, exact same one I think as the Yeah, it looks like the exact same one as Cliffhanger. I think that's why everyone's like, oh, this looks exactly like the default pickaxe we have now. So I could see that being a thing as to why people don't like Cliffhanger. It's got a beautiful sound, though. Cliffhanger, it's great. Love the sound of Cliffhanger. But that's just me, though. Then you have pickaxes like Toothpick, I'm sorry. Spiky, that is totally worth getting now. Again, it looked like the season 1 pickaxe, but with spikes on it. Different sound, though. Actually worth getting now. The other pickaxe is Close Shave. I really don't like the sound of Close Shave. I think this is also kind of rare at the moment. If I look it up really fast, if I look at Close Shave, 545 days ago, honestly, I would trade this for Spiky. I really don't like this pickaxe that much. It just sounds grating to the ears, man. It does look brutal looking. I do like the look of it, but the sound, no, thank you. And then whatever happened to Bottom Feeder? If I look this up as well, if I look up Bottom Feeder, 421 days ago, this was last out. It is a great pickaxe, in my personal opinion. It's got a great sound, great swing sound, great impact, great look to it. $15 for this does seem a little much. And I think the last we've ever heard of it was during that fishing contest where if you had gotten a golden mythic goldfish, you got this pickaxe for free, which is pretty cool. But how many people, but that was only for that time allotted. It's not for now. So if you fish it up now, there's actually, I don't think you get it now. I don't. You can still get the mythic goldfish, but you can't get the pickaxe for getting the mythic goldfish. I don't believe, but I don't know that for certain. I think they only set up for that 1 week contest. I think it was 1 week. That contest, like, I completely forgot about that one because they didn't really do anything after that. They didn't really like see, I don't even think they even said like the winner because there might have been, I have no idea. I really don't know. Anyway, if we keep moving forward here. All right. So after the default thing, now I had this question in the back of my head that I kind of wanted to address. Should you start collecting Fortnite related items? I think if you start today, it might be a bad idea because currently we're in the moment of item shops just being very repetitive. The same things come back every 30 days. There's barely any variety. If you started collecting everything back in the beginning, you'd be set because, again, there's a lot of gliders that just don't come out for me personally and some pickaxes that don't come back for me. But in terms of outfits in general, barely any of them come back. I hate to be a negative Nancy, but I do feel like Fortnite's variety in the skin department is not very good. Sorry about that, my phone. But it seems like a lot of the skins I have just haven't been back in like over a year at this point. Now, I know I'm only missing like a few skins. Still, though, it's like I wish they would come back. I don't want them to hold back on everything that I own or anything. I want them to come back. I want there to be variety. I want people to care about the shop. But the way the shops have been as of late, most of the time, it's just filled with 30-day-old items, and that is something that people don't like. It's something I hate, me personally. I mean, you have to have them every so often, but to have it be the majority of the shop being majority 30 days, I am not a fan of that. So collecting is also very expensive. I would never recommend people going as far as how me and Pizzo go unless you're getting some monetary value out of it or back. The way I've been doing it is that my item shop videos pretty much help me be able to afford everything in the shop. Same with support a creator, same with other earnings I get from anywhere else. It all helps me, and I'm never in that state where it's like, okay, I guess I can't afford to buy this today or something like that. That's never been the case with me. People seem to really like it when I buy everything in the shop because I guess it gives them some sort of gratification. Like, well, if I don't want to buy it, but I want to see someone buy it, they see it from me, I guess. Makes sense. I mean, I remember there was a trend on YouTube of not even montages, but of like people just buying stuff, and people would just steal clips from other people just buying a ton of stuff. I don't know if my Alpine and Mogul Master video ever got on a video. I wouldn't be surprised because the amount of money I blew on those skins is kind of ridiculous. Alpines and Moguls. I think that's 15 times 16 there, simple math there. So I think that's That's not that's 300. Wow. No. That's actually wrong. Actually, simple math. I don't even know what it is. I'm going to do a calculator real fast. If we take the 8 Alpines and 8 Moguls, that's 16. Then you times that by 1,500. That's 24,000 V-Bucks. And then the ski boot I also bought on that day too. So that was 24,800 V-Bucks. That was the price. And then if I divide that by 13,500, I spent about it was about $200 I spent that day on skins that all look the exact same. They all have the same back bling with just different colors on it. That day, I was, man, I don't even know how to even explain that day. I've been wanting the Alpines and Moguls to come back for so long. So when they did come back, I was stunned, but I was also like, oh my God, I have to drop $200. And mind you, this is before this was my full-time job. So I was a little nervous about it. I'm like, oh no, I have to buy it. I have to buy them all. I made a promise. I said I would do it. You know what? People still tell me to this day, the reason why you bought those is, even if the poll said no, you would have bought them anyway, or you were kind of hoping people all said yes. I kind of did. I like those skins a lot. I think they're very poor in value. I mean, if you collect them all, there is literally no point to doing that. They all look the same. They're $15 each. There's no edit styles. The back blings are all the same. Why would you bother doing that? Unless you're a serious collector, I would never consider doing that. But I think collecting is a fun hobby. I think, I get that question too. Why do you even do that? I like to do it because, I'm looking right now at my bookcase. I have a bunch of Funko Pops. I used to collect those a little bit. And seeing ones not come back for a while or ones being exclusive to certain events, I think it's fun. I think it's a fun little hobby. So for me, it's just collecting skins is my favorite thing to do with Fortnite, and just talking about skins and just talking about everything, talking about theories relating to skins in Fortnite. It's my favorite thing to do, man. You can call me a loser. You can call me a virgin for me just talking about rare skins or just talking about skins in general. Dude, I would not want I wouldn't want anything else, man. It is my job to do this, and I am grateful for it. Man. If there was ever a time that Fortnite ever wanted me to I would love to do an interview with the item shop people. I would love to do that. I'm not going to be oh, why do you keep bringing this back every 30 days? I wouldn't be mindlessly toxic or negative towards them, because I've seen some of your comments, guys. They're kind of brutal. But I would actually talk with them. I'm listen, how do you feel about the rotations? What is your opinion on bringing this back all the time? Wouldn't you want maybe to have some more variety? What happened to the community choice? Do you think Season Shop could ever make a return? I would actually ask him decent questions. I wouldn't be like, why is Dynamo in the shop every 30 days? I would say, though, maybe the only thing I'd be a little bit toxic towards is why haven't you brought back the Royal Dragon? Because that one still pisses me off, because you pair Wukong with Panda Team Leader when they're not even part of the same set, but Royal Dragon Glider is just nowhere to be seen. I don't get it. There's no point in not bringing that back. There just is no point to bringing it back. Besides it being too expensive, but people will still buy it. That doesn't even matter. You never know until you try. All right, but now it is time to move on to the weekly item shop recap. We've actually been going on for 53 minutes. It's actually been a pretty long podcast so far. So we will start off on the 18th of May, which is actually the 17th. Battlehound making its return after 41 days, but the glider is nowhere to be seen. Silverfang actually coming back after only 10 days. The reason why, wait, 10 days? Yeah, it was only 10 days, I think, since it was last out. The reason why it was only 10 days was because it was with the Highland Warrior. Why they don't just put Highland Warrior with Battlehound and the glider, I will never know. Complex also makes a return. I love this skin. Complex is actually one of the best skins in the game, in my personal opinion. 32 days ago, but because I think the skin is really good, I don't really care. We also had the Vix skin, which I don't really run it at all, but I think it's fairly unique. Instead of it just being a mindless clone, I still think it's actually a pretty decent skin. Star Power coming back. Great emote, but comes back too much. Spring Loaded, same thing, comes back too much, but not bad emote. Rustler coming back after 59 days ago. This was probably the best thing in the shop that day, probably. I mean, besides Complex, I love Complex, but Rustler coming back after not 30 days and it being a really good skin, I think is great. I like that skin a lot. Star Wand coming back after 32 days. Stop bringing back stuff after 30 days. Lock it up after 20. I don't see the point in doing that. And then Brute Gunner after 41. Again, I would like more variety. I want it to be like half and half. Half unique, half 30-day-old stuff. Okay, can we make a deal with that, Fortnite? I don't know if it's that difficult, but it's just annoying to me. May 18th, we had Arc and Malcor come back after 30 days because it's just an annoying rotation. I really don't like it. Bushranger after 40 days, again, just seems like too short. You got to give other skins a try that we haven't seen in a while. A lot of people would actually really appreciate it. Smooth Moves after 30 days, boring. Leapin' after 34, great emo, but again, boring. Arctic Assassin after 31, again, boring. Wiretap after 35. Why are we bringing him back already? I don't like him, but also, again, boring. Spectral X after 24 days, boring. And then Steamed after 39 days, once again, boring. This was probably the worst shop we've had in quite some time. We did get the new Wild Gunner skin, but still, it's like, in terms of uniqueness, it was bad. May 19th, we had Lace and Paradox return. Why can't Paradox get an edit style? Just saying. Lace and Paradox after 30 days, boring. Echo coming back after 73 days. This is good. This is good. That is actually, I'm surprised. They usually bring back a new set after 30 days, but they waited a while for Echo. I thought Echo was a good skin. I don't know why they waited not that long, but it was a little bit. Monks after 34 days. Okay, we're starting already again with the 30-day stuff. Electro Shuffle after 20, I think that's, 26 days, I believe? Boring. Hitchhiker after 139 days. 38 days. That's good. That's very, very good. Glad to see Hitchhiker return. Chromium coming back after 37 days. Why won't they bring back Diecast or the entire set? Not entirely sure. Chromium ain't bad, though. Fractal Zero coming back after 45. I feel like I see that. Or no, 44 days. I feel like I see this every single day. But it's all, I think Fractal Zero and 0 Point just look way, 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 way too similar to one another. Jubilation coming back after 28 days, or 27 days rather. Why do we keep seeing that? And Recon Ranger coming back after 25. Again, why do we keep seeing that? I get items are popular, but just giving other items a chance is good. So May 20th shop was not bad. It was not bad at all. Flapjackie and Growler coming back after 46 days. Again, this feels like we just get this every month, but maybe it was a little bit delayed this time. Siren coming back after 32 days. I would say that's kind of bad, but it's a new skin set, so I give it a pass. And plus, they got a brand new edit style, which looks amazing. I'm shocked these skins got brand new edit styles already. Just saying, Wolf and Siren, they look fantastic, and I can't believe they got new edit styles like that fast. But still, I'm not going to complain about that. Manic after 36 days. Again, why do we keep seeing this? And why is it in the daily? Or why is it in the featured? I get putting it in the featured when it's brand new, but if it's not new, don't bother putting it in the featured. Just saying. Vulture coming back after 25 days. Why? Who really buys him? Dream Feed after 20 days. Again, why? We got a new music pack called Prima Remix. I'm not a fan of it, but I heard, I actually heard a fan of Fortnite, like sent them his remix of this, and that's what they actually use. I don't know how legit that is, and if that's the case, I'm sorry to that guy, but I am not a fan of that remix. It did not sound great to me upon first listen. The Gold Digger pickaxe was last seen 45 days ago. That's fine, I guess. Waterworks after 25 days, don't know why again, and then Slingshot after 26. All right. May 22nd, a bombshell dropped on a Thursday. We got nothing new. We did get a new Ninja bundle, so that I consider that new. I consider that new. So Ninja coming back after 124 days. Great skin. Seeing a lot of people running the Ninja outfit right now, and I think that's a good thing. Dance Therapy coming back after 39 days. We need more variety in emotes as well. Bonehead coming back after 31 days. Who really likes that skin? I don't know. PJ Pepperoni coming back after 61 days. This is good. This is some variety. Thank you. Plunge It after 71 days. That's just because Ninja's back in the shop, but I think that's also very good. It's a good variety. Pizza Party after 32 days, and then Whiplash coming back after 19 days. Maybe my only gripe with this is that why didn't they bring the whole set with Whiplash? They got to do that eventually, right? I don't know. But May 23rd, or no, May 22nd now, We still have the Ninja Bundle here. We have Vertex coming back after 89 days. I saw a comment say, why did you not make Vertex your item shop like title and thumbnail? I think people care more about Red Jade. I don't think anyone really cares about Vertex besides Boomer, Lackland's friend. Red Jade coming back after 32 days. I'm just tired of seeing it. Haze coming back after 34 days. It doesn't really help the fact that I don't see anyone running it. So I'm like, if people are buying it, I'm not seeing them running it. Burnout coming back after 34 days. I love that skin, but I still think it comes back too much. Infinite Dab after 23 days. Not great. Well-rounded, coming back after 33 days. I like this emote. A lot of people don't. Don't know why. Blue Shot coming back after 34 days. It's a sick wrap. It's brand new as well. I think it's great. Focus coming back after 32 days. And then Cabby coming back after 23 days. I like Ranger more. I think Ranger's the better Jonesy skin, in my personal opinion. And then we come to today's shop. We have Zero after 36 days. Boring. We have Fish Stick. Fish Stick comes back after 147 days ago. Fish Stick is without a doubt one of the most popular skins in the game. And the fact that, the fact that they don't sell this skin more is strange. I don't know why they don't, but Fish Stick coming back after 147 days is awesome. Love to see it. It's a great skin, and it hasn't been back in a while. This makes the shop good already. Just Fish Stick coming back. We got a new pickaxe called Fresh Fish. I've been running it all night last night and all morning this morning. I actually like it. 800 for it seems a little steep, but the animation on them looks so ridiculous that I think it's actually pretty good. And by the way, the users of the shop think 53% love it. Like it's overall loved, which is great. This is good. Reanimated after 33 days. Survival Specialist coming back after 104 days. This is probably the best shop of the week, without a doubt. Fish Stick and Survival Specialist coming back. When you have decent variety and you actually bring back good items, you get good shops. You get people that actually like the shop. So this is great. Very, very good. Waypoint after 24 days. Kind of tired of seeing her. Raise the Roof after 32 days. It's a great emo, but again, just want more variety with the emotes. Slow Clap after 30, and then Tactics Officer after 41. So there you go. Tactics Officer, again, I had someone say, because Tactics Officer came back, that's probably going to be for Recon Expert. We'll see. We will see. Hope it does come back. Not because, I want my rare skin. Because again, the whole thing with that is you got to remember when you want a rare skin to come back, it's obviously not going to be rare. If anything, I feel like the people we should blame are the YouTubers that popularize rare skins. People wouldn't care so much about rare skins if people wouldn't hype them up so much by making them into clickbait videos and stuff like that. So when a rare skin comes back, it's obviously not going to be rare, but they're going to be like, wow, I feel like that guy that hyped it up, or I feel like those YouTubers that hyped it up. So I don't know. Interesting thing to talk about, I guess. But again, like the fact that people will kind of hate on others because they like to talk about rare things, I don't get why people are like that. It seems strange. Again, my whole life does not depend on Rarity, but it's a fun discussion. And guess what? I get paid to talk about it anyway, so I don't really care. I'm happy I can do that. But anyway, now I'm going to go through the questions I have here on my last podcast. So let's see what we get here. Let's see. The old default skins are way better than the ones that came in Chapter 2. I might just feel this because the old ones are more iconic. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. No, I agree with you. Void Marbles. I agree with you on that. I agree. I think that, but that's what I'm saying. I said that earlier. The Chapter 1 default reskins that we have now in the item shop that you can get are so much worth buying now because you won't get those defaults again with these. So, yeah. I got a question from Noah McLean. Did your Mall Mayhem map make it into the featured? No, it did not make it into the featured. I'm not super upset, but I am kind of upset because I did actually really want my map to get featured. I thought that'd be really cool to get it featured, but it did not. And I'll try to find the email right now of what I actually got. I'm not like, oh my God, I hate Epic Games for them doing that. Obviously, they can't feature everything, and I don't want them to feature everything. I was just a little disappointed. That's all. I think it could still get featured. It's just right now, I don't think they're really interested yet, because maybe a lot of people are making search and destroy maps. But I got an email from them saying, thank you for your recent submission of Mall Mayhem S&D to Fortnite Creative. After carefully reviewing your application, we've decided that it isn't quite suitable for featuring that this time. In this case, the main reason for not moving forward with your submission was other maps were selected instead. They liked other search and destroy maps more than mine. Totally fine. I'm not even really that upset about it. Again, I was just disappointed. But thank you for your question. Let's see. Someone was talking about the smashing keyboard after getting eliminated. Me, it's only a game. Why do you have to be mad? Yeah, pretty funny. The dislikes are from Epic employees that don't want the skins leaked. Oh, I think it's because I was talking about the skin ID leaks. Yeah, I don't mind dislikes. Some of them are mistakes. Some of them are just people that think that disliking the video actually makes an impact. If anything, I like to know if people have an issue with my content. I would love for people to tell me. So I don't know. I don't know. Let's see here. I really like how you don't complain about the game all the time, and when you talk about something you dislike, you don't treat it as a fact. Lately, I've only seen people so negative about the game, saying that the map is trash or the game is trash. I honestly am tired of hearing that all the time, so thank you for being positive and respecting opinions. Well, I try to. I saw some people saying they wish they would that I would go back to my toxic route of my toxic route of like how I used to be back with like the investigating Fortnite clickbait series. I really don't want to go back to that because that was just mindless hate. Maybe I might do something similar to that in the future, but like I don't like being mindlessly negative. I don't think you get anything. Nothing gets solved with you being mindlessly negative. I think the best thing you can do is just try to be a positive influence on people, especially when you get bigger on YouTube. I'm not saying I'm a big person by any stretch, but you kind of have a responsibility to have a decent audience. If you're negative all the time, your audience is going to be negative all the time. It's best to try to balance it. Yes, you can be negative, but don't be mindlessly negative, and try to like actually have a conversation. Don't just say, oh, the game sucks. Oh, the game is dead. Oh, the game is this and that. Like, you don't want to do that. Just give your honest opinion on it. That's all. You don't have to be super mindlessly negative about it. But Joa Victor, thank you so much for that comment. Literal perfect timing with this upload. I need something to listen to right now. Love the podcast. James Redden, thank you so very much for your comment. I wish that Epic would fix the hole in the net of Power Chord's shoulder. That is actually on purpose for the armpit. I think that's what you're talking about. Unless, here, I'll look real fast. Unless it's like on top of her shoulder. No, it's just underneath of it. That was their solution, because the netting would be stretched when you did emotes. So their solution was to just to implement the hole there as just kind of how it is. So I don't really mind it too much. That's just kind of how it has to be. Imagine her mouth moving while I'm talking for the podcast picture. Yeah, that'd be creepy. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that at all. Boaster, I wouldn't want that. It's my first time listening to your podcasts. I've never been huge into podcasts, but this is really interesting to listen to. Thank you, Day Query. Thank you. I appreciate it. Daniel really with the unpopular opinion saying when you're so early, people aren't saying first is the new first. I don't know what you guys did with the comments. I don't know. I'm not the one commenting. It's you. So I don't know. If you're saying early this, early that, I don't know, dude. I don't know. What if Power Chord actually sounded like this? Man, I don't know. Carter, that'd be weird. That'd be kind of weird. Actually, most of the September Sid Leaks cosmetics are indeed coming out. Yellow Jacket, Rave Ninja, and more. And even the unreleased Season X trailer song, not to be confused with Right Side of the Tracks, was there. So there's still hope we might get the full version of it someday. There's even Sids for Shadow as in Shadow Legends, versions of Bright Gunner, Kuno, and Kenji. Interesting. They're called Bright Gunner Eclipse and Bandage Ninja Eclipse. Male and female. Eclipse is the codename. That is actually really interesting. Neptus, thank you for that comment. That is very interesting. Like how Nick still does the random clips as the intro, even though we can't see them. I don't. I'm just saying it. I'm just saying Fortnite. I'm the real radical CJ. Thank you, though, for the comment. I appreciate it. These podcasts are awesome. I feel like I'm having a full conversation with Nick. It's weird. I'm weird, but it's fine. It's pretty nice to feel this way now that we're secluded during these hard times. Well, I appreciate the comment to Hamed. Thank you so much. I'm hoping you're staying safe, man. I hope you're staying safe. Fruity with the comment when you're so early that the resolution is still 360p. Yeah. Luckily, the quality doesn't really matter. It's all about the audio quality. Question from TNK21. What do you think it's possible to bring back merging accounts? Also, my male main is Relay and my female is Biz. Oh, Biz? Biz is a fantastic skin. No one ever gives that skin credit at all, at least to me. And male skin is Relay. Which one was, Relay was one of those, like, 4 skins, right? Relay. Oh, no, it's the male recon specialist. It's actually pretty cool. I should run him more. When do I think they'll bring back merging accounts? I don't think they will. Not saying I don't want them not saying I don't want them to, but in my opinion, I feel like the reason why they had the merging accounts to begin with was to merge your PS4 account with your main account, because when you had a PS4 account and then you played on other consoles or on anything else, you got locked out of the account and you lost all your cosmetics. So the merging accounts was to allow you to do that when crossplay was introduced. So I don't think they'll ever bring it back. I think also, I feel like a lot of people probably got like scammed out of their accounts and stuff like that. So I don't necessarily know, TNK21. I think it'd be nice, but I don't know if they'll actually do it. Do you think there should be a way to gift items in your locker to other players? I want to make that into a video. I don't think they'll ever do it because too many scams, Toasted Donut, but I think it'd be cool if they could. If there was a way to do it, they could probably do it. We'll see though. I'll make a video talking about how they could do it if they wanted to do it. Probably won't, though. Probably won't. Sunday is probably my favorite day for this reason. I love your podcast. Thank you. It really makes me happy to listen to one of my favorite content creators who I support and use their code. Thank you so much, man. You've been a great influence on my life and got me into podcasts. Oh, look at that. It's awesome, dude. Please, for the love of God, keep the podcast going. Also, try to invite people like Pizzo onto the podcast. I will drag Pizzo out from Discord, and I will try to get him on this podcast for sure. We did record some podcasts on my second channel for sure, if you want to check those out. Let's see. It promotes great content for your viewers and Pizzo's viewers. I would agree. Please keep this going. You're doing great. P.S. What is the best and worst cosmetics of all time? From Grok, and his name is Lucas. Okay. Worst cosmetics of all time. I don't really know. I like all the cosmetics in one way or another, as much as I don't like Riley or Beast Mode or what was that one? What's that one guy that's like really, really big that like you got for free through like this exploit, but they didn't revoke it from the accounts that got it for free because it was just so bulky that I don't think anyone that would actually really want to run it. I already forgot the name of what it was. You know what I'm talking about. It's like the, you know what is his name? It's the scientist. Yeah, he's terrible. Oh, I hate bulky skins. So that's how I feel about it. But Lucas, thank you so much for that kind comment of yours. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Do you think it would be cool if Epic brought everything back that was out during Season 2 for 2 days at the end of the season, but they couldn't do it with crossovers unless the company or person would be fine with it and could do it for every season forward? I don't know. I don't know if they would do that, Maria. I'm not sure. They brought back everything that whoops, I don't know what just happened. I clicked on, oh, no. I don't want to hear myself. I don't know. I feel like that might be a little difficult for them to do, but maybe. I'm not sure. But thank you for the comment. Thought this was an interesting topic. Thanks for covering it. Oh, I don't know which exact topic, but thank you. Really like the podcast. Great on them. Question: are you upset that you can't obtain certain items? I've come to grips with it. The only thing I really focus on is trying to get every item shop thing, because that is something that you can get. In terms of like the whole thing I have, the issue I have with is certain like the edit styles really skeeved me, but now I don't even care, because the simple question is that with edit styles, I should mention this here. If you're upset with the edit styles, like the Ghoul and Skull Trooper, and you're upset that you can't get them because you didn't get them in Season 1, the question I told myself was, why do you want Ghoul Trooper? Why do you want Skull Trooper for the skin? you're not buying it for the edit style that comes with it, the special one. You're buying it because you want the skin. And then when I told myself that, I'm like, yeah, I like Ghoul Trooper for the main edit style. I like the pink edit style, but I'm not buying it for that. So that's kind of what I told myself, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really care anymore. The PS stuff that I can't get, that kind of annoys me. It's just the pickaxe and the glider, but the pickaxe is kind of nice though. And then like the season shop stuff, yeah, that's kind of annoying. I can't get that either. And then with Golden Peely, I'm worried I'm not going to be able to get that either, but we'll see. I don't really care too much, Josh, but once upon a time I was really like nervous about it. Let's see. Just found out that you do these. Probably going to have to go back and watch all of them before I catch up. They're all outdated. All the other podcasts, the ones I'm going to get on Spotify are the more recent ones, because the older ones are totally just patch note videos, and no one is going to care about those anymore. But thank you for your comment, Proxima. Thank you. From Alt Poke, Nick, I really want to say you changed my life the day I started watching you to now. My life has been way better. No, dude. You've turned off my depression and you make me happy to live. So thank you, Nick, for everything you've done for me and others. You're giving me way too much credit, homie. You really are, but I appreciate that very kind comment. Thank you so much. I want to try to set a decent example for people, but no, I definitely don't think I deserve that, but thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I always lay on my bed when I listen to the podcast. Thank you so much, Stone Disac. Thank you so much. They're releasing Swift a lot because it's the year of the rat. I guess, Death of Hades, that's a really good point. I don't know. I mean, Jade Racer is so good, though. Like, why won't they bring back Jade Racer for people? I don't understand. I always get excited when I see the podcast. They make the quarantine so fun. I have a question. When you were younger, did you have any Nintendo consoles, DS or Wii? If so, what were your favorite games? Also, my main skins are Infinity and Monks. Okay, not bad. So, did I have any Nintendo consoles? Game Boy. I grew up with the Game Boy. Game Boy Advance SP and the Game Boy Advance, the one rectangle one. My friends always had a Game Boy Color. I never had a Game Boy Color. And my favorite game to play was Pokemon. I love playing Pokemon. I actually also think the shiny hunting is also partially the reason why people like Rarity in just games in general, is like shinies and Pokemon. They're so hard to obtain. And then when you get it, you have that sense of like, wow, I have something that not everyone's going to be able to get. That's really cool. That's a cool feeling. So yeah, I would say it's Pokemon for sure. And I did own a Wii. Never really played it too much. Again, when I was younger, I had a lot of rich neighbors, and they had like I remember my one set of neighbors, they had a Nintendo Wii, and we played the shit. We played the shoot. Sorry for swearing. I will say this though, by the way, if I get peas on the podcast, there will be swearing. Just letting you guys know. But we'll try to keep it to a minimum. So the whole thing here that I want to mention here, I just saw something in my recommended. I really got to stop. I got to stop looking at other things, honestly. So we had Super Mario Sluggers. I love that game, man. That game is fantastic. I don't remember if that was on the GameCube or the Wii, but that is a fantastic game. It is great. Petition for iTalk to make his podcast available on Spotify. I'm trying, Landon. I'm trying. Do I think that the Dark Vertex skin is underrated? The Dark Vertex is honestly the most confusing skin I think we have in the game. It's a reskin of Vertex, which I don't know many people that like, again, besides Boomer. Besides him, it's also not part of the Dark series. It doesn't have like any crazy animations with like the whole Dark, with like the whole Dark theme, like Dark Bomber and all like Dark Jonesy and stuff like that. It doesn't have any of that, but it has Dark in the name. It's very weird. I think I would say it's a little bit underrated, Jita. Thank you so much for your question. I've never watched any podcasts my first time, but I honestly love this. You're a great guy who doesn't scream at everything like other people do. You don't shame people who aren't as good at things as others. Instead, you support those who suffer more and you help them. You're an absolute legend. Have a good night, everyone. Mr. Lamoon, thank you for the kind comment, man. I just try to be a positive influence. I don't do it for any sort of special gain. I'm just doing it because I'm just trying to be a nice person to people. Favorite NHL team? Personally, I'm a Leafs fan. Toronto Maple Leafs are a very, very good team. My favorite team is the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm from Philly. I love the Flyers. And they were doing so good this season, and then the virus happened, and then they had to kind of cut it off. But I am they were so good this season so far. So a little bit annoying, but you can what you can, I guess. So since Midas has a voice actor, do you think they will talk in the Doomsday event? Maybe Shizzle. That would be cool. I would love to hear Matt Mercer's voice talk with me and not say hi noon. I think that'd be very interesting. Matt Ramaj as well. Thank you for the question about the NHL team. Will Pizzo ever guest on this podcast? I'm going to try to, Jack Weeze. I will try. Thank you for your question as well. Thank you. Let's see. Would I ever consider making an adventure map or something other than search and destroy? Oh, and by the way, I guarantee you would get a lot of views for doing a creative competition like Young Chip. Please consider it and have a good day /night. Mighty Man, thank you for your question. I want to actually make an adventure map. I am a huge fan of games like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. I love platformers. If I can figure out how to make a decent platformer, I will make a platformer. I think that'll be a really cool thing for me to make. Mighty Man, thank you so much for your question. I appreciate it. And would I make like a creative competition? I'm not sure. I feel like a lot of the creative stuff I put out on the channel, not many people are into, which I get. I'm not known for creative, but we'll see. Personally, I would address the issues and tell my thoughts about what needs to be done. So anyways, I went to Walmart. I'm pretty weird with my my podcast. Love the content. Keep it up. Quick question. Does the John Wick skin deserve to be in the Icon series? I think it really does because it's the only legendary. Looking forward to episode number 29. Actually, no. Astrojack is also legendary for the Icon series. Does John Wick deserve to be an Icon series skin? I don't know. That's an interesting one. Because wouldn't we say, like, I mean, we already think that Iconic should probably be in the Icon series. Because, like, what about the Stranger Things stuff? Would that be considered Icon? I don't know. I feel like they should just change the name of Icon to, like, just crossover or something. I don't know. It's an interesting question. I have no idea. Acrito, thank you for your question, though. I appreciate it so much. Am I more likely to get featured if I comment 1 week after the video comes out? I'm going through top comments and through most recent. But thank you, PGR. Oh my God, 879 Real Lol. Thank you for your question. There you go. This is kind of good to hear while trying to sleep. I appreciate that question. Or I have a question. I appreciate that, Deadeye. Thank you so much. Been waiting for these for all day. Gemini Thomas, thank you. Pretty sure they added the traps back to the files. They tweaked it to 100 damage. Really? They tweaked the... I might have to go into creative to test that. If that's the case, they might come back soon. That'd be cool. I think 75 would still be the best, but 100 damage isn't too bad. Baba Yaga actually translates to Boogeyman as referred to the John Wick movie, so it might actually be a horror skin. That actually just might have been a John Wick skin then from the IDs, the skin IDs I was talking about, but thank you, Yoshi, for letting me know. Question. Hi, ITF. I love the podcast. I really appreciate you doing these. What is your opinion on uncommon skins? I feel like some of them are very simplistic, but some of them are a little overboard and overrated, like Aura. Okay. Caden, thank you so much for your question. What do I think about uncommon skins? Well, I think a majority of them are actually very good, and I think a lot of them are actually more worth it now than ever. Again, I talked about the Season 1 defaults. They're a lot more worth it now. I think like Tango is also very good. I almost want to make a video talking about like the evolution of uncommon skins because they started off so boring as just generic recolors. I didn't even mention High Rise Assault Trooper. Same thing with him. They're just like boring recolors. Same with Dominator and Devastator. Then they got better. Like I think Scorpion was like the first uncommon skin where I looked at it. I'm like, that could have been a rare because it looks like there was more attention to detail put into it, and it wasn't just a simple recolor. So, did they get a little bit overboard? Maybe a little bit, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Cheaper skins for more interesting looking skins. I'm all for that, man. I am literally all for that. So, thank you so much for your question. I don't mind them. I don't mind them at all. From Miller, I love the podcast a lot. Thank you so much. They are nice to listen to while playing games. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's partially why I do it anyway. I also want to know who you main on Overwatch. Mercy, even though Mercy isn't that great at the moment. 55 healing a second she just got in a recent patch. That's pretty good. Ryan is my main. I also play like Zarya, Roadhog. A little bit of Winston. Winston's not really great at my rank. I'm trying to get Diamond Tank. I'm very close, but I keep losing as soon as I get one game before it. Thank you for your question. Shadows says, do you think the X4 skins will come back on the last week of the season? Yes. Yes. Yeah, I do. Shadows, thank you for the question. It's the time of the week again. It's time to listen to a podcast from one of my favorite YouTubers. Ewan, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. From Marissa, he says, I think we need to be honest. Keyboard and controller. Oh, no. I'm terrible with these because I'm not a competitive player, so I don't really know what's right or wrong with this, but they're never going to be equally balanced. I do have to agree with that. So why get mad at controller players for every one thing that gives them some sort of type of event? I don't want to even get into it, Marissa, because I'm going to get crapped on because I don't know what I'm talking about with it. I just want it to be fair for everyone. I think controller on PC obviously seems a little bit busted. To me, from what I've seen, I don't know anything about it. I don't even want to delve into it. But thank you for your comment. I greatly appreciate it. Do you think there is just the right amount of transportation in the game with the boats, choppa, zip lines, steamy stack, etc.? You actually forgot to mention the bounce ones too. The launch pads as well as the bounce pads. They just put in like the ones where you throw them on the ground. Do you think Epic should bring back the chug jug? I would say why not? I would say why not, Apple Juice Dragon. Thank you so much. Other shield items as well, the chug splashes, why not? Why not? Thank you for the question. Never watched his podcast. I'm happy I did. I'm going to watch the podcast a lot. Thank you so much, KSI Funny. Thank you. Do you think Recon Expert is coming back? Yes. Yes, I do. I do think it's coming back. Optic Killer, thank you. What do you think about a fantasy-themed season battle pass? That would be cool. We kind of had that with season 2 because you had like the knights. I think it was kind of close to that. But yeah, I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be cool. Players talking trash about a game that made their careers, like, what the hell is wrong with you? Games have problems and stuff. Not the nicest comment. I know what you're going with, Sep. I know what you're going with. I do think we need to, I feel like we say things we don't mean to say. I think we just need to, like, take a deep breath and just be calm about these certain things, because I do feel like that we need to not attack devs, and we don't want to just call everything trash because we died off a spawn or something bad happened, in my opinion, at least. It's Ninja. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Finally, someone knows what they're talking about. That's why I don't want to talk about competitive stuff, Ace Panda, because I don't know what I'm talking about with that. In today's podcast, we have a brand new podcast. Dang right, man. Dang right. Do you think the summer-themed drift board should return? I don't see why not. I don't think it makes or breaks the game. I want to see why not. You're having fun in squads. I had the drum gun. I got knocked, and the kid who was right next to me didn't let my teammates res me and took the drum gun. Oh, that's terrible. That's actually toxic, Mad Hater. That's toxic, man. I'm sorry that happened to you. How do you feel about packs being in the store again? I don't mind it at all, Aura. I honestly have no problem with it. I think it's good that they bring those back. They never said they were going to be gone forever. Antonio K, what are your thoughts on Apex Legends, and would you ever play it again? I did download it recently. I might try it. Love the vids, especially when walk in and doing homework. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the comment. I appreciate it. Do you have plans to remake the custom battle pass video? I'm gonna write that down right now because I said I would do it. I never did it. Custom battle pass. And then what I'll do is I'll probably make it with, maybe I'll record that today and then upload it on Monday. Who knows? With that as well, I want to mention is I can probably do different themes and like pick out ones from like item shop. It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting. These podcasts make my day. Thank you so much, James. Like, I'm answering a lot of comments here. It kills time. Why not? If anything, what do you hope will come back? Meaning LTMs, items, events, POIs. What do you think new POIs, new theme of the season will be? New theme will be most likely, be water. It's probably gonna get flooded. I don't really know what they're going to do though. I don't know anything else on what they could possibly do. So, but thank you so much, Money Shark 08 for the comment. Do you think there'll be a Atlantis POI with a trident? Something close to that, Samari. Something close to that. Love the podcast. Thank you so much, Pokey Samu, who loves the podcast because I've been watching every. Thank you so much, Zach. Appreciate it. Never played Forum. Hey, man, love the podcast. Thank you. How am I enjoying the Overwatch event? I already got everything I want. It's fine. I think I'll enjoy it when I can play it again, when I can unlock the next unlockable skin. It's actually not bad. Love the podcast. Thank you for taking your time to do them. No problem, King Kristen. Love these. Hope it's a permanent weekly thing. I'm going to try Crispy Kicks. I'm enjoying it. I bought 100 tiers. I'm only level 280. I haven't bought a single tier. I'm 263. My dad and I both play on the account. That is a smart thing to do, Mandalorian. That is a smart thing to do. Man. Can we get Save the World cosmetics in BR? I think they're going to do that when the item shop for Save the World eventually comes out. Thank you for those. They're really relaxing and very interesting. Thank you, Roy Narcus. Thank you. Stacks, YT, thank you as well. I casually listen to this with my eyes closed in bed. I appreciate it, Geometry Guy. Thank you. Podcasts are so good. I watch it while I'm waiting for item shop. Thank you, Fish. Fish shots or flicks shots? Thank you. I don't want Empress to come back because it's the only thing that makes me feel special. Also, I want Chief Hopper to come back. So this is actually where I'll end it here because I've answered so many comments already. You definitely shouldn't really hope things don't come back. As item shop, as like how I said about how the item shop works, things will come back, especially with Recon Expert coming back very soon, most likely. It seems like everything is just going to come back one way or another. When Empress comes back, listen, I don't see many people blowing 1,000 V-Bucks on a pet back bling that looks like that. There's no way. So even if it does come back, I wouldn't try to be too salty about it. Try to not think of it that way. And also, you want Chief Hopper to come back next Stranger Things Day, maybe. Maybe they'll do it. But that'll be it for the podcast today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I had a great time recording this one. Again, I'm going to try to get these on Spotify. And lastly, I will just do my plugs again. If you like what you hear from me, make sure you subscribe because I do post content daily. Liking the video always greatly helps me out, but only like it if you do enjoy the content. Leaving a comment also helps. Leave a question if you would like to. Support a creator is ITalkFortnite. Follow me on Twitter at ITalkFortnite, my Discord, and follow my Instagram at ICanTalkFortnite, and I will try to get these out on Spotify as soon as I can. So thank you guys so much for listening and watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Have a good one, everyone. Stay safe. See ya.